Well, students, here I have prepared an activity that I want you to go over and analyze and then produce some changes. I have chosen this unit. It is from a series of books that is called Quick Minds, and it has been published overseas. That is to say, it is this version is the Ukrainian version of the book. Perhaps there are topics that have been removed because of war conditions that these people are undergoing, right? Now, what I wanted you to do is to, let's say, analyze some of the tasks, but introduce modifications and changes to some of them. But it was important to take a look at the activities and the language points they have been working on. This book is aimed at students that are pre-adolescents, I would say, perhaps at this level that seems to be an A1, perhaps, on the way to become A2. Unit 9 deals with daily tasks at home, right, and at school. And this is what they have been working on. Listen and look, then listen and say the words. You can see sweep, do the shopping, tidy up, cook, take the dog for a walk, feed the dog, wash up, dry the dishes. As you can notice, they have been working on vocabulary related to daily chores and activities at home. Who does the daily tasks in your family? Ask and answer. So this would be the first part of the unit. Moving on, you see that the students, all right, have worked, right, on the time. And the focus is on some, let's say, particular times, such as o'clock, half past, quarter past, and quarter to 9. Now, see that in this activity, the students look at different pictures, that is visual stimuli, right? And there is writing, okay? There are sentences where they have to read, and they have to, let's say the letter. That is mainly recognition. That would be the first steps they give in order to show understanding. All right, this would be the grammar synopsis, in fact, okay, that perhaps I would say it's more a language focus rather than a grammar focus, right? But then you notice that it's not just about the time, but about using. I start and finish. So you see that they are using, perhaps under our, let's say, eyes, a complex structure, but in fact, they are learning the language in chunks. I start doing my homework, Molly finishes having dinner. So what is important, okay, is not the ing or the to infinitive or the bare infinitive, but the fact that they can spot the activities. So the focus is on language and meaning. Now, your turn will be, right, in dealing with tasks. Here you see another reading activity where there is a kind of tune that they have to sing or they will listen to, right? Where there is more vocabulary, right? And some expressions such as I climb into bed, right? I sleep till the morning, then start again, right? So, and they do some practice, read the song, then look at the clocks and say what the girl does. You see how this, let's say, becomes a bit more complex from recognition here and saying the letter, and then moving on to what? Making sentences, right? Spotting the sentences and saying she does her homework at 7:45. Okay? So you have to spot the time and say what she does. Now, see that here you have the girl is speaking in the first person, and here you have to report on the girl. Right. Now, I want you to focus on this page, right? That is to say, here there is further practice. There are 3 activities. I want you to inspect them, right? Say what type of activities you think they are, if they are meaningful, if they are mechanical, if they are communicative or productive. And try to see, right, if you can modify them, right, into a simpler and, if possible, more challenging version. Okay, so it's not that you have to design an activity that is a follow-up activity after number 3. It could be something easier and something more difficult, right? More complex, more challenging. I don't want to say more difficult, but more demanding, right? In terms of cognitive skills and processes and actions they have to resort to in order to tackle it. You can choose to work on number 1 or number 3, but produce a different grading for them. If you think that one of them is already simple enough, right, then think of an alternative. So what I say is this: imagine that you think that one of the activities is a mechanical activity in which the students have to produce a highly predictable answer. Then I want you to think of an alternative to that mechanical activity. That is to say, another kind of mechanical activity. So intervene number 1 and intervene activity number 3, and produce different types of activities related and using the same input. Well, that is what you have to work on. I would receive this work, right, by mail. Please send it to me by mail, and as soon as possible, so that I can give you feedback, right, for next week, if it is possible, for Friday.